And we'll start it off with tonight's game. Get your comments, get it rolling. Let's have a conversation now. I need you guys here. I don't have anyone to talk to. So 49ers tonight and the Giants. Yeah, Danny Dimes running for his life, right? We know the storyline here. A Giants missing their top running back, missing other players. It's a short week. They stayed on the West Coast. They gave up one of the worst point differentials to start the season seen in several years. They just haven't looked great. And now they're going up against arguably now the best team. Maybe they've supplanted the Eagles a little bit as far as where they stand in the momentum, the overall. Yeah, I mean, you still got to, get over the Eagles to get to the bowl eventually. But who's stopping the Niners right now? Not with Brock Purdy at quarterback. Guy doesn't lose. Now, I'm going to cover 10.5 points. That might be another story. But how are the Giants going to score in this situation? One thing interesting to note about these these prime time underdogs that we, seem to pounce on time and time again, but sometimes, you're putting up good teams on the road sometimes against mediocre teams or, teams that, kind of gets the fan base fired up. The NFL maybe goes to some other cities on Thursday nights. Here you got the Niners at home. Pretty fervent crowd. It's funny. That seems like after seeing that Chargers-Niners game with all the Niner fans, and they had such. I know the ticket prices were high, and there were some jokes being made about the Niners and their home crowd not being really great support at first. But I think that's changed now a little bit with the momentum in the team. We could be skeptical of how the Niners have kind of built their way, but Lynch and company, they seem to put it all together once again. Double-digit dogs on Thursday Night Football, and they're usually on the road. I mean, you're not getting, they're, it's usually 12 and 22 against the spread all time on Thursday Night Football. That's a long sample size, very long, but not frequent. Maybe it's once a year. Think about how long Thursday Night Football's been around. And there's been sometimes, 33 of times, though, double-digit dogs on the road. And that is 12 and 21 against the spread. The favorites are covering 21 of the 33 times that this has happened. So it usually doesn't look great. All right, let's see some more comments from you guys. Munchie, is he rooting with his heart or his head? We've got to have a great performance from Danny Dimes. Let's try to make a case for the Giants here. It's hard. What will they do without? Can they still run the ball effectively? Will they have to go try more passing? Will the pressure be? The one thing that is becoming apparent is the teams that are running the football, that have the that can mash a little bit into the line, teams that are going from under center instead of from shotgun all the time, playing football. Kind of funny how it's getting back to football a little bit. But those teams are having more. Those are the teams having the success right now. The teams that are able to run the ball. And can the Giants get anything going tonight? Sure, the Niners, you think of them pinning back their ears and they get after the quarterback. But if the run game isn't working, what other options do you have? Take a look at the personnel a little bit. Giants have been outscored 46-0 in the first half of their 2 games so far. But let's give the Giants credit for that game. Yeah, they were playing Arizona, but they did trail. The pressure was on. And you had them outscoring Arizona 31-8 in the second half of that game to get the win. Hello to Mike. Oh, I was so excited to see that show pop up. I didn't know what was going on. Maybe that's what was going. Maybe that's the whole thing that was going on here, because I didn't know. Everything was kind of a stunner to me the way things went down here. But here I am, still here. I don't know what they'll can do to get rid of me now. We're just talking sports and sports betting every day. It's kind of what we want to do here on the Tony's Picks and give out free picks. So I'm going to give out some picks, but let's just see here. Look, Matt D. Oh my, Matt D. and I are looking pretty aligned here. It looks like. And can they get 13? Right? Could they look? The Hopefully the Niners don't get, big play defensive kind of touchdowns and jump on them, 10, 14, nothing like that, because then it could be a long night. If the Giants can just stay out of their own, how do I say, stay out of their own way. So, all right. Giants about as good as they come as a road underdog, no doubt about it. 25-11 over the last 5+ years as a road underdog against the spread. And Giants are pretty massive under in general right now, and also under in 16 of their last 25 on the road. Of course, the Niners putting up 30 points a game right now, and that was on the road. So I don't know. Could they be a little bit more cozy at home? Hello to Dre. Hello to Eaton. You guys gonna open up a parlay tonight with the money line or something like that? All right, I gotta choose one way or the other here. I'm giving out the under. See some support there for the over. My concern is the Giants being able to get much done at all. How many times a team can get a comfortable lead like the Niners and all of a sudden you have a scoring game and maybe they're hanging in there. Producing 30 points. Look at what the Giants gave up last week on the road to Arizona. So I know handicappers across the industry right now, they're leaning over for sure, it looks like to me. I'm showing about, maybe about a 9. Let me see if I can get a better ratio here. I've been compiling some numbers. In general, handicappers appear to be on the Niners from what I'm seeing. But there's support for both and both sides. All right. Under the play for me in this one as my free selection here, 43.5. It is juiced to the over. Maybe there's some 44s out there as well. Talk about those, who's coming back, who's in, who's out of the game. All right, we know that Ayuk questionable. And we'll see McFadden questionable for the Giants. All right. We'll get ready to move on, you guys. Unless you have any other picks with me here today. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here. We're going to go next to the college game. See if I can wrap up these numbers here real quick from what I'm seeing from experts. Pretty much running Niners and over probably about, 65-35, I would say, on both, pretty much. Maybe a little bit more Niners action from professional cappers, the way I see it. But I might be against them here. It feels like they're going over, and I'm going to still be on the under here. Kind of sticking with that primetime unders, and I think the Giants, their problems scoring come about. That's my pick. Dre leaning over here. And Verley, hello today as well. So, the earliest look ahead lines talking about before everything started, the summer line was the 49ers by 6. Now you're dealing with the 10.5, given everything that's happened to, I don't know, the Giants. That was crazy comeback, no doubt about it. 49ers 7-1 against the spread as a home favorite last year, a role that they were absolutely dismal in for the previous several years. So Niners also 13-8 against the spread off of a win, but Giants 6-3 against the spread last 9 off of a win. So Verley and I looks like we might be in agreement here.